1035 exchanges. Through Section 1035 of the U.S. Tax Code, certain exchanges of life insurance and annuity contracts are permitted without any gain being recognized or taxed. Such a transaction is called a 1035 exchange. A 1035 exchange involves the transfer of policy values on a tax-free basis. As a practical matter, this means 1035 exchanges only involve permanent life insurance policies and deferred annuities, both of which have transferable policy values. Section 1035 allows the following tax-free exchanges, regardless of the value of the contracts being exchanged. An annuity for another annuity. An annuity for a tax-qualified long-term care, LTC, insurance policy. A life insurance policy for a non-qualified annuity. A life insurance policy for another life insurance policy. A life insurance policy for a tax-qualified LTC policy. A life insurance policy for an endowment policy. An endowment policy for another endowment policy. Key point. An annuity cannot be exchanged tax-free for a life insurance policy. Were such exchanges allowed, a person could avoid taxation on the annuity's gain by exchanging it for a life insurance policy, in which the death benefit would be tax-free. Special rules. There are some important rules to consider when contemplating a 1035 exchange. New policies retain the tax character of the exchanged policy. A modified endowment contract, MEC, exchanged for a new life insurance policy will result in the new policy being a MEC. A non-qualified annuity can only be exchanged for another non-qualified annuity, but not for a qualified annuity, which can only be exchanged with another qualified annuity. In an exchange of endowment policies, the maturity date of the new policy can be no later than the maturity date of the original policy. 1035 exchanges involve replacements. By definition, 1035 exchanges involve the replacement of one policy with another. Producers have both an ethical and legal obligation to make sure policy replacements are suitable and done solely in the customer's best interest. For your review, a life insurance policy may be exchanged tax-free for another life insurance policy. A deferred annuity contract may be exchanged tax-free for another annuity. A life insurance policy may be exchanged tax-free for an annuity, but an annuity cannot be exchanged tax-free for a life insurance policy. New policies retain the tax character of the exchanged policy.
When property is exchanged for similar or like property, it's considered a taxable event to the extent there's any gain derived in that exchange. For example, if somebody changes real estate property for other real estate property, there could be considered a taxable gain to the extent that there is gain. Fortunately, for owners of life insurance and annuities, which are considered property, the rules are different. In the case of life insurance and annuities, Section 1035 of the Internal Revenue Code allows certain exchanges of similar products without any regard for taxation. As this lesson describes, 1035 exchanges permit the exchange of any type of life insurance for another type of life insurance without any taxable event occurring. And emphasize, it doesn't matter. You can exchange a permanent life insurance policy for a variable life insurance policy. There will not be a taxable event occurring. Likewise, Section 1035 allows for the exchange of one annuity for another annuity without any taxable event occurring. And again, it doesn't matter what kind of an annuity it is, you can exchange one annuity for another without any taxable event. After that, it gets a little more complicated. 1035 does allow for the exchange of a life insurance policy for an annuity. In other words, an owner of a life insurance policy may exchange that for an annuity contract without there being considered a taxable event occurring. You with me so far? Good, because then now it gets a little even more complicated. What is not permitted as a tax-free exchange is the exchange of an annuity contract for a life insurance policy. In other words, the owner of a deferred annuity cannot exchange that annuity contract for a life insurance policy and expect to escape taxation. The exchange of an annuity for a life insurance policy will trigger a taxable event to the extent that there is any gain in the contracts. Now, why is that? The reason is quite simple. 1035 allows the exchange of policies and contracts for others as long as the IRS does not lose ultimately any taxation. Life insurance policies are well known for their tax-free death benefit. Annuities, on the other hand, have no tax-free benefits. That's why they allow for a life insurance policy to be exchanged for an annuity, because they're giving up what could be a tax-free death benefit for a product that will ultimately be taxed. On the other hand, if the exchange of an annuity for a life insurance policy were allowed, then it would be possible for somebody to take what is ultimately a taxable product, the annuity, exchange it for a life insurance policy, which could result in a tax-free death benefit, and escape taxation on the annuity gain. The IRS recognizes the danger in that from a tax receipts perspective, and that's why 1035 does not allow for the exchange of an annuity for a life insurance policy.
Okay, so here are the 4 questions for this little lesson. Which of the following sections of the tax code deals with the exchange of life insurance policy? I think it's section 403B. Or is it section 1035? Maybe it's 1035. All right, in accordance with 1035, the tax code, a deferred fixed annuity may be exchanged on a tax-free basis for all the following types of products, except maybe a tax-qualified long-term care insurance policy. The tax-free exchange of a life insurance policy for an annuity is sometimes called, he just told us that too in this video, one lesson. I think it is 403B exchange or 1035 exchange. All right, they keep talking about 1035 here, so we're going to go with 1035. In accordance with section 1035, which of the following exchanges is permitted on a tax-free basis? I want to say a variable annuity. I have no clue. Let's see if it's right or not. Okay, we got half of these wrong. All right, section 1035 permits the tax-free exchange of an annuity for a tax-qualified long-term care insurance policy. So that's the correct answer. Correct answer is a whole life insurance policy. This one up here we got correct, 1035, which we knew we would, right? Because we're talking about 1035. 1035 tax code deals with exchange of life insurance policies. All right, this one here, the correct answer was a deferred market value adjusted annuity for an immediate variable annuity. Oh my lord. Remember that for the test, okay? Section 1035 prohibits the exchange of any type of annuity product for a type of life insurance product because to do so would enable taxable annuity gain to escape taxation via the life insurance death benefit. Okay, so that's it on this lesson here. Next will be Social Security. Or will it be 1035? Oh, we just did 1035 exchanges, so it should be Social Security. I'll see you everybody on the next video. Thank you for watching.